Hello, everyone, and we are back again. Just another quick shot. And nothing's really changed since where we left off. We're just gonna keep pressing that space bar. Because, that bar sends you to space, right? That's how things work, right? Of course it does. Germany always provides arms to the nationalists, and so do the Italians. Let's see, the question for me really does become, do I decide to engage with the Soviet Spain, or do I engage with the nationalist Spain? And to be honest, I really don't know, because there is, granted the potential gains are rather limited, but it would be nice to hang on to to acquire those territories, not so much hang on to them. But who knows? One of the things that we're going to be doing here is we're going to begin producing new military units here as well, because one of the things that we need to be concerned about is our national ranking, our world ranking, and we are currently ranked second overall. We are fourth in influence, which we gain influence by sending financial aid to other countries. Second in technology, which is basically, not that tab, how far down this tech tree we are able to go. So, just keep chugging down this tech tree here, going all the way through to, through to the space age nuclear warhead missiles. But you do have, you do even have the likes of fission bombs here, so, something that might be advantageous, but right now we're working on aircraft carrier operations, so. But going back to the ranking, so we've got our diplomatic influence, we've got our tech ranking, and then we've also got production ranking, which you can increase that either by A, getting more cities under your control, or B, upgrading your cities so that they have higher populations, which means that you can have more factories. San Francisco here has three factories available. We're only utilizing 2 at the moment, so we do have an open space available to expand into. But you can have a max of 4 in every city here. So, by producing these medical centers, in addition to just plain growing your population overall, which is always very helpful, because more population means more food and more money. But building, say, a medical center here in San Francisco would mean that the local population of the region of Monterey would increase quicker. Therefore, we may be able to get that extra slot much more quickly. Also, it does require a higher level of transportation. But yeah, you don't get more than 4 slots as far as I know. But still, it should be very exciting for upgrades. Let's see. So here for low density rail, I am going to create a trade order. I'm going to be the exporter, and I am delivering, not to Alaska, to Hawaii, and, not 40, 30 units, single transaction of rail capacity. So they shall get that, and they only needed 15. I believe I can modify the trade order. Yep. I'm gonna modify that. There's that. And now we are going to try and import the coal to but now we need to get those trains there first, I believe, before Hawaii will be able to receive the necessary coal. I will have to review the game manual later, but I believe that's a requirement. Let's see. So they've got like nothing over here, which is quite unfortunate because, well, I'm going to have to begin upgrading their infrastructure as well, because they need trains, and they've got natural resources there that will become very handy soon enough, but we can't put them to good use yet. But that's enough with that. We shall get underway. Turns just got to finish processing. I increased the autosave to be every 5 turns instead of every 10 turns. Just so that way, if I decide to forget to save, if I end on an odd numbered turn, say, I don't know, turn 17, it would be a lot more convenient to go to the last save in that case instead of, if compared to peace treaty. That's a fun one. So they're just gonna kind of stick in a holding pattern. Oh, the Nationalists got Madrid. They're probably going to relocate their capital there soon. Oh, I forgot one of the things that we were going to do was we need to get our munitions up, and it would also be a good opportunity. Well, that peace deal lasted a while. Good peace, everyone. Real good job. Lasted a whole week. Because the turn counter down here, under the date, you'll notice that turns will be about a week long. So, 52 turns to a year. Oh, Los Angeles isn't doing anything. Power station. Power stations will consume coal up here, but they generate money over here. So, you know, a valuable alternative if you've got the excess resources. And here are going to be all of our military recruitment facilities. And we are going to go and create a handful of military units. And I'm gonna have transit orders to Treasure Coast for a selection of these. It's gonna scroll down here. Maybe I should pick someplace that's a little further up the list, because I would be going down there a lot, so instead of Treasure Coast, we'll go to Northern Illinois, because Chicago needs a military base, right? And let's see, that did not stick, so here we go again. And over here, you can change your transit method, so that way you can choose how quickly units will go somewhere. So, I mean, it's peacetime. We don't need to rush. So we've got Marines, we've got plane infantry, we've got engineers. That means mountain infantry. And look at that. That one's Chicago. So they can just... I don't even need them to move. Like, why am I even looking at the transit orders? They can stay put successfully. And I do say, that would be quite hilarious to think of Chicago as being the training base for mountain infantry. Let's see. Cleveland will have units going to Maine, I think. I don't know, they're closer to the West Coast, so We'll send these guys to Monterey. That did not take. Here we go again. And we're just going to create a couple of these armies to go off of because, well, in my experience, it's a lot more useful to have massive stacks of troops to slug out against each other. And various types of infantry will be better suited to different tasks versus Marines will give you advantages in amphibious landings. Infantry are generally stronger defending than attacking, but they're cheap and quick to produce. Engineers can help with attacking fortified positions. Mountain infantry, as the name might suggest, would help with fighting in mountain regions, so it can be quite helpful. Let's see. Gotta go back down to Maine again. Maine and Monterey. There it is. So Little Rock has a level 4 military recruitment center. See, they've got a barracks instead of a military academy. So their options are limited. I'm going to just skip them, to be honest. Mountain infantry. We'll send them to Monterey because, you know, that seems kind of stupid to send units from Los Angeles all the way up to Maine. But another level 2, but we only want level 3s. So yeah, I like to have combined arms of pretty much every useful of basically every type of unit, and at some point in the future I'll be throwing in some tank units and other armored units as well into their mixes. And I also like to create a pair of all mechanized armies, which basically mean mechanized infantry, which are normal infantry, but they have speed advantages because they can drive along the roads on their own. And they won't slow the tanks down because they all have faster movement than just, you know, basic troops like these guys are. I don't know. The game implies that they're just marching across the continent, so it makes perfect sense that that it would be quicker for mechanized units to get across the continent. And where is Monterey? think we're running out of time, so I'm going to try and do this quickly for you guys, because we don't want this to just be a video of me playing in menus. We are not playing Menu Simulator. We are not dining at a restaurant. And we'll create a unit of Marines in Portland to go down to Monterey. Ta-da. Let's see. Both have infantry. Both have engineers. Mountain for Monterey. Mountain for Maine. Marine for Maine. Marine for Monterey. We are all set then. They should all be squared away. As a consequence of this, though, armies they're numbered sequentially. And, well, these numbers are going to start increasing really, really quickly here because, well, when a troop here in, say, Nashville begins to move goes and moves up towards Maine there, it's going to create the, 28th Infantry Regiment. But when it gets there, it's going to merge into whatever force is going to be, whatever unit's going to get there first. It's going to merge into that, and the 28th name will technically be available again, but it will have triggered a counter so that the next unit produced will go up by 1, and it will always keep going up by 1. And, well, it can be a bit of a hullabaloo. Because, you're going to very, very quickly reach into, oh, this is the 500th Infantry Regiment, even though when it gets here, they're just merging into, the 3rd Army, and it's like, it just means that the next time you decide to create an actual new army, the number is going to be astronomically higher than what you might reasonably expect. Advanced electric motors. We can improve our submarines. Yep. And here's Hawaii. How are things going? Alright. So things are moving along over there with their trains. And hopefully soon over here, we will be able to begin upgrading our trains here as well, because I believe I'd mentioned we really want to be producing higher capacity quickly. But while we're here, we're going to produce a couple sets of arms. Actually, we're just going to do one set of arms because we wouldn't have the steel up here to maintain that. But anyways, I think that is my time for today, so I'm going to call it. And have a nice one, everyone.